Your mission is clear. I mean, the mission is clear. You're impacting the entire industry. It's not just roofing, it's people in general.
I saw a need for a change.
You really care about homeowners, you really care about your craft and giving back. You blew everybody's mind, and it was awesome.
If you guys are watching at home, wherever you are in the world, we have a new TikTok star, the Roofing Machine.
Welcome to the Roofing Machine, 20 minutes with a very special guest here, TJ, and I got Mark there. Really nice to meet you. Yesterday's first time we get to the opportunity to meet you. You on stage, and you blew everybody's mind, and it was awesome. Personally, the panel was incredible. We wanted more. Like after, we're like, hey, can we ask more questions? So what you're doing for the industry, I think it's more than. I know you're really big on TikTok, and you've done a lot of followers, right? So, and we're really novice at this, okay? So don't pick on us too hard.
No,
but it's very amazing because you really care about, when we watch your TikTok, you really care about homeowners, you really care about your craft and giving back, really. So we're all about this, the same thing. So how did it start on TikTok?
Back last December, I broke up with my girlfriend, and I had to find something to do with my time.
December
2020.
Just now?
Of 2020.
2022.
Okay, I got you, 2020. Right.
And so I went all in on TikTok. I saw the power that it was having over people, and there wasn't anybody in that space working in roofing. There were people that were doing horrible roofing videos, and I saw a need for a change. There's been a need for a change in our industry to promote positivity, to promote growth and learning, and understanding a homeowner and a business owner better than just us being known as chucks in a truck or drug abusers or alcoholics. And I wanted people to see a different side of us. And World's Greatest Roofer was born out of love for our industry, and it was never about me. It's always been about going after the world's greats to interview people like you, and so people know that there are great contractors in this world. So. I did horrible videos for months.
So it's not the first
trial and error.
Yeah, I think I did 400 videos, and I posted all of them, and I'm very embarrassed by some of them, right? But finally one day, I did an act of kindness video, and when I did that act of kindness video, I was walking to my neighbor's house, and I had a bouquet of flowers. She's 73 years old. She doesn't have any family. It was Easter. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna brighten her day. And I'm walking into her driveway, and I said, hey, I wanna do a video. And I was scared. I was still scared to be in front of my camera. I'm like, hi, I'm gonna go give my neighbor some flowers, and it's Easter, and she has no family. I had 1 million views in an hour. And from that day, I gained 25,000 followers. And to this day, on all platforms, I have roughly 300,000 total. So, and they grow every day. And then I lose some too. Like, when I got a girlfriend, TikTok. I lost 10,000 followers, But no, like, we're live right now on TikTok, and we probably have 1,000 people watching right now.
That's incredible. And Mark and I were talking about this. How do you build the audience, or how do you get the guts? Like we talk about with Dimitri. Like, how do you get the guts to go in front of camera? Like, how do you break that barrier and to suck for a while now?
One time, this one day, I had been doing live videos, and I had learned to come out of my shell a little bit, as you say, right? And I'm doing a video. And something inside of me said, you need to stop being scared of being in front of these people. These people love you, right? And so I immediately changed my mindset to, I don't care what I say on camera. It used to be like, what is my mom gonna think? What is my brother gonna think? What are these people gonna think? But then I realized I'm the one that's selling myself, and I can't be scared of what I'm selling. And what I'm selling is myself. When I go to sell a roof, I'm not selling a roof. I'm selling a service, and my service is me. So I wanted to make sure that people knew that I wasn't scared to sell myself to them. And people say you sell your soul, right? I'm not selling my soul. I'm selling what I want people to realize, that a roofing contractor or a great person
Your mission is clear. I mean, the mission is clear. You're impacting the entire industry. It's not just roofing; it's people in general. Like some of the content you have. And Mark talked about this, and I want to let you talk about this because his word for the year. We pick a word at Riva and Monarch to describe the year. So his is conviction, and I think it relates to what you're talking about right now.
Yeah, having belief in what you do, and I'm sure with social media. And we talked about social media a little bit last night. By the way, last night dinner, you blew my mind away, man. And and this was after I watched Eric Thomas. Right, we watched Eric Thomas at 5 o'clock. The last thing we went out to dinner. After we got to the hotel, I said, Martin, this TJ guy, he's got something. And I talk about first impressions a lot. The first impression that we walked in, I met you, and I feel so terrible. I'm like, how do I not know who this guy is, right? Meanwhile, I'm unfortunately looking at maybe one of your competitors sometimes, the best BDR.
Best
and I was like, man, I have to delete this guy off my social media because I would look at my social media when my son's around, and first off, it gives me a bad taste, but then I'm like, I hope it's not like that. Then I looked at your stuff, and I'm like, man, this made me feel good.
Yeah.
I was like, I couldn't sleep last night. I was watching your stuff. I was feeling like a creep, but I was scrolling, and what comes popularity also probably comes haters, right?
Yes.
So, and I think that's a big thing that people are worried about when they get on social media. Oh man, what are people going to think? Are they going to hate on me? What transformation in your mind do you have to say, well, I don't really care about what they think because I wouldn't ever switch places with them. Right. So why would I care about what they think? So what do you do with the haters?
So very great point. Something happened in regards to that. I had those thoughts, those same exact thoughts. Oh my God, Dmitry Lipinski's gonna hate me, right? Dmitry gave me a bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna curse. Yeah. And TikTok, you'll never do great, right? And everybody was. Oh, TikTok's a bunch of little girls dancing around. But what I saw was a chance to brand and to sell. But the haters came out of the woodworks. Yeah. I still have haters. But here's how I overcame that. If I have one bad comment, that one person isn't the entire world. That one person is just a bad person. And they're not 220,000 people. So if I get a bad comment, I just delete it, or I just, I get rid of them. They don't have to watch my content anymore. I can just keep going. If somebody in the roofing space hates on me, everybody hates on each other in the roofing space. They get mad at you because you knocked the next door neighbor that you have a sign in the yard. It's not, you should have knocked that door too. But you know what? People are competitive in nature. They want to see people fail sometimes.
Well, people only, somebody said that yesterday, they only hate up. They never hate down. Right. So you're only looking up somebody, you're the new target. So you want to bring everybody to average. Everybody feels comfortable, and that's one of the things. Like, we're comfortable in one place. Let's not disturb it, because I'm comfortable in my place. Like, you're like, no, let's go, let's be the disturber. Right. In the right way, because you want to do the right thing.
Call it a disruptor.
Disruptor? Okay.
Yeah. I didn't want to, we disrupted the industry this past year, a lot of us. Not in a bad way. We brought it to the forefront. There's a movie called Ready Player One, right? Ready Player One was back in 2017. It was about basically a virtual reality world where people were locked in their homes, and it was pre-COVID, right? Wow. They were locked in their homes. They're in front of their camera, and they were making money by business, by life, just being in front of their camera all the time. And when I saw that this correlated with what I was doing, Dmitry changed the way he did things. Austin Bloomquist, I don't know if you know who Austin Bloomquist is. He's roofer TikTok. He has gone from 0 to 3.3 million likes in the matter of 2 months. Like, he's great. There's so many great content creators out there that are doing great for the roofing space, and it's changing the way that we're marketing ourselves, changing the way that we're branding our companies. And we're here to make that change.
You hit a good point right there. So it's changing. What advice would you have for owners, salesmen? Yeah. Right. And I'm downloading TikTok last night. And I committed myself to get on it. Yeah. Salesmen, owners, what would you give them advice, or Martin who's just starting out?
What can you expect?
So you can't get mad at yourself if you don't get a lot of views or a lot of likes right away. It takes time. But you do need, like, TikTok is taking over the hiring industry. TikTok is taking over the business industry. So if you follow TikTok on LinkedIn, in the past 5 months or so, they've started TikTok hiring.
No way.
And so you send your video in to a company, and they watch your video resume.
So much more powerful than the white and black.
Yeah, so it's less than a minute long about who you are, what you've done, and people will hire you based off of being able to read your body language, to read.
Yeah, it makes so much more sense. And everybody, black and white resume, everybody knows it's a bunch of lies. It's sugar coated. So this is even better because it's real.
Yeah,
So.
and then business owners can watch your content and they can see what you're really about.
Eric Thomas said that yesterday. He's like, hey, you want to be friends with me? I'm going to go look at your Facebook. I'm going to know you about it. I'm going to go see your girlfriend, your wife, I'm going to go see all your entourage.
Right.
Before I'm going to associate with you. He's very big on who I was going to be associated with.
Sure. We're working on a television show. There are a few major television producers that are involved in this, where we want to go around the world and we want to offer help to people utilizing. Say I go to Norway, right? And Martin's in Norway. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna watch you and I'm gonna help you put on this roof, and then we're gonna go to the Philippines.
How crazy is that?
And
I'm watching that show, by the way.
Right, exactly. And it's more about not the giving away of anything, but it's more about learning what roofing company owners are doing for their community and what they're doing for their companies. So
it would be killer for, even Monarch Roofing, where Martin started Monarch Roofing, and that we do a roof for troops. We have 3 locations, so we do, I think, close to 6 roofs for free a year almost. But this is, I feel like, something that we could utilize with TikTok and throwing that out there, because it's a feel good. Now, I do have something that, and I don't know if you had this confliction with your mind, like people say do a good deed, but then recording it, doing a good deed, it takes away from it. I'm against that, because I feel like when you're recording a good deed, even if you have the true intentional of not doing it for yourself, because if I watch a good deed, I watched yours, I was like, man, that's a good idea. I got to go do something for something. Yeah. So what you did is just inspired me to go do a good deed. Right. I don't look at it as, he was just trying to brag and doing a good deed, because I felt how real you were when doing it. Do you have any of that confliction sometimes?
Yeah, so in that same video that you're talking about, I had hundreds of people say, we want to see her reaction.
Yeah.
But then I also had people say the same thing you said. Oh my God, you filmed a good deed. But really, it was me just showing the world that I didn't mind being myself in front of the camera at that point, because that was my first viral video.
I think if more people recorded their good deeds, I think it would spread, get more ideas. And I think if we stop hating on people recording a good deed, doing it for the wrong intention, I can understand. But I think we need to record our good deeds. And that's for all social media out there,
Yeah, people can tell when you're fake.
Yeah.
The biggest word this year in 2021 was be authentic, right? Those 2 words. Like Eric Oberon, be authentic, or GTFO, right? It's very important for people to. Let me go back a little bit. There are people that will get on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook right now. They will do a live video, or they'll do a video of themselves, and you can absolutely tell that they don't mean what they say.
Yeah, 100%, right?
And people don't buy from people like that. People will not buy from you. And I generate leads every day, all day, when I'm on live videos. I'm saying, hey, let me get on your roof. Hey, I can go here, I can go there. Tell me how I can, build your roof for you. I've sold more roofs on TikTok than I ever sold in my life.
Wow. Yeah, you're revolutionizing my brain right now. My new word is revolution now, and that evolved.
And the reason that I went to the company that I work for now is because I was working for a little roofing company. We weren't able to sell $1 million claims, and I'm good at selling $1 million claims, and we were able to sell $15,000 roofs because we knew we could get the materials, we knew we could pay the labor, we could do all of those things. But I was losing $1 million jobs, and I started with this opportunity of having people reach out across the United States, and I didn't have an outlet to push those leads.
So you're traveling quite a bit now. How does it look like? How many people talk about work-life balance? So you're out on the road quite a bit. You're flying out.
Yeah. So my girlfriend's about to have a baby.
Yes, congratulations. Boy or girl?
It's going to be my first girl. I'm excited to be a girl dad.
Girl dad.
Yeah, no, I can't. Every time I think about it, I almost start to cry, man. It's I'm older, and when I was younger, I loved my kids, right? Don't get me wrong. But now that I'm older, I feel like I can raise a girl differently than what I could 15 years ago with my oldest son, right? Yeah. But no, I travel a lot. Karina does not like it that I travel a lot. She puts her foot down and she's like, no, you need to be home with the boys. But I have people all over the United States that work for me now. And I'll get on the phone with those clients that I get the lease from, and I'll do a Zoom call or a FaceTime, and I'll say, hey, Brandon's coming to the house today, or for example, John will be there tomorrow, and this is what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. If we start to build this roof, I'm coming to the build, and that way that I get them interested in the contract portion. Like, I'm not coming unless you sign this contract. Yeah. So, and it prevents me from paying a lot of money.
You're like the Marcus Sheridan of TikTok. You're bonding, you're attracting.
You mentioned his kids too. I'm sure that's awesome that you can kind of, you said, of course, you get paid with TikTok, you get paid with social media. You can incorporate your family in your videos. Is that kind of something that you want to look forward to? Because I see a lot of videos where your son, I saw one that you did with, you said, I'm going to tell my son I signed him up for football, and also, by the way, I'm going to be the coach. Yeah. And I was like, oh man, you got me. So that's got to be something pretty rewarding to do that while you're doing something you love, obviously. Social media.
Well, I was broken up with Karina, and we did a video. Oakley and I. Oakley's my son. He's my 8-year-old. I have full custody of Oakley, and he was like, Dad, I'm ready for you to have a girlfriend, and and so we're walking home from school. I would go every day and pick him up from school, and we're walking home from school, and he said, Dad, I want to do a TikTok video, and I said, what do you mean? And at this time he's 7, right? And I'm like, okay, well that's fine. When we get home, we'll get going. He starts off by saying, first off, you have to love me, right? Second off, you have to love our dog. I have a Dalmatian. And then he's like, third, my dad's a good guy. And
it's a resume for your girlfriend?
Right. And he says, if you're interested in my dad, slide into my DMs.
So this is what you mean about the TikTok recruiting?
Yeah. That's how you found out about it.
That video in particular got 4 million views.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
And it had over 500,000 likes. No. And everybody fell in love with Oakley that day. And then Oakley's been in all of the videos. He's been in the videos with, in regards to Dr. Squatch, a soap brand. I was teaching him about being a man, with using man soap, right? But then also people like to see our family grow and how the dynamic of our family. One of the things that I had to deal with was that we didn't have, people were like, you're not just doing roofing content, right? People don't want to just see business stuff every day. If you go out there and show TPO roof every day, they're not watching it.
Even roofers.
That's a pretty good point.
I want to know who you are.
You see a lot of stories with people on top of a roof. I know when I was selling, I saw it. But it doesn't get me anymore, It's like, so what would you suggest for salesmen? Like, they're on social media. I see a lot of people, a lot of our followers are on roofs with their live Facebook, or they're doing Snapchat. Yep. What would you suggest on making it more interesting on just getting up on top of a roof and kind of showing the 3-tab or whatever it may be?
Show me how you got on the roof. Show me why that person trusted you to get on their roof. Show me why that person is going to trust you to build that roof for them. Providing value is what we always, what we say. Landon Smith was really good. I don't know if you know Landon Smith. He's a roofer that works for me, but he also owns his own company called Texas Roofs Direct. Landon in 2015, 16, 17 was great at getting on a roof and providing value to roofing contractors about how he did it. Reggie Brock used to have a great roofing show every day, and we've all evolved, right? But he was popular because he was able to capture that attention and provide that value. And what World's Greatest Roofer has become is, you're not the world. Everybody used to say the world's greatest dad, right? I said that yesterday. Anybody can be the world's greatest dad, but why are you the world's greatest dad? and
show that's
right.
what's going to captivate followers, and that's going to provide value.
I'm not the best, the world's greatest roofer, right? I know that. Yeah. Unfortunately, I had to pick a name for TikTok, right?
That's awesome. I love it. It's catchy. It's great. Absolutely. It's a little bit like, I don't know, from Canada, we say like the World Championship for like baseball, World Series.
Right.
But to me, it never made any sense because it's an American sport.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, what about, you have people playing from Africa or like it doesn't, so, but it's just great because you understand it, so it's not like, oh, I'm the world greatest. So you're very humble and very real, so that's one thing Mark and I were talking about. The dinner last night was the key for us because we don't really know from you from the stage. So, so question for you, world greatest roofer, so we're trying to find some names, you know, maybe TikTok fans can help us because we're going to get on TikTok now.
Yeah.
So I wrote a book called The Roofing Machine.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about Martin Pettigrew would be the roofing machine. Do you think that would be a good idea?
I think it would be great.
Ooh,
Yes?
love it.
Yeah,
love
the
it.
roofing machine.
Hey, can you challenge him? Because if you challenge him, I promise you, last night I challenged him
Go
to
easy,
100
because I'm
push-ups
definitely
before he
doing
goes to bed. Can we challenge him to get a TikTok or maybe social media, Instagram for Martin Pettigrew, the roofing machine?
Yeah, you know, so yes, you should definitely do that. But here's something that I've failed at, and I want people to know that I've failed. I have failed myself while doing this social media stuff. You have to promote on every platform. You can't just be TikTok centric. You can't just be Instagram centric. I'm an Amazon star. A lot of people don't know that I am the only roofer in the Amazon program. That I do live broadcasts on Amazon every day.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't even know that existed.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I'll show it to you when we're all done. But I sell roofing products on Amazon to people, and but if you don't, I push things from TikTok now. I push it to Instagram, I push it to Facebook, I push it to YouTube, I push it to Snapchat, wherever it goes.
Do you have an app that will send it, or you do it one by one?
I have to do it one by one, and it takes so much time. And me being one person, I can make a lot of money doing TikTok, but I could make more money if I had somebody working together with me that is like your video crew or you're an assistant, if you will. But that would be a full-time job for them to constantly keep up with the notifications, constantly keep up with the comments. Hey TJ this, hey TJ that.
Is that coming soon?
Yeah, it is. It is. I should have an assistant. I believe that's going to start next month. But having an assistant has to be somebody that you trust that will not go back later in life and say, oh, TJ was mad at this one day, right? Because they have to believe that I'm going to be authentic all the time.
Yeah.
But
it's a different little.
I have bad days too.
Different responsibilities.
Yeah. Do you post on your bad days? Do you put stuff out on that?
I do, but negativity promotes negativity.
Yeah. So you don't stay negative, but in a positive way if you're bad mood.
You know, I've been banned 20 times. Like my videos have been banned. Like I would make a bad video and I wouldn't think about who it was affecting before I posted it. I was kicked off the Creator Fund one time because I forgot to do something. So there are rules that you have to follow on TikTok. You can't be a troll on TikTok. If you're a troll or if you harass somebody, if you beat somebody's business up, they will kick you off.
That's awesome.
And it's not like Facebook, it's not like Instagram where you can troll everybody all day long from your mom's basement. But on TikTok, they will find you, and they're the TikTok are the police of the internet.
I didn't even know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, TJ, man, it's awesome to accept the challenge and Mark.
Yeah, you heard it first. It's Martin Pettigrew, the roofing machine. So that is going to be for sure, and I'm going to be on him every single day.
Hey, we got Martin Pettigrew. If you guys are watching at home, wherever you are in the world, we have a new TikTok star, the roofing machine.
Roofing machine. If you like it, for sure.
TJ, thank you so much, man. It's been a pleasure this weekend meeting you, man. Thank you so much.
One of the biggest find of the weekend. So.
Awesome.
Cheers. We'll see you guys. Thanks for watching The Roofing Machine.
Awesome. Thank you so much.